Did you know that some of the words you use every day could be holding you back more than you realize? It's true. The language we choose shapes how we feel about ourselves, and as an older woman, these subtle phrases might be limiting your confidence and joy. Let me introduce you to Carol. She's a vibrant 65-year-old grandmother, full of life and wisdom. But not too long ago, Carol found herself stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and frustration, until she realized that her language was holding her back. Words like "I can't" and "I'm too old" were constantly in her vocabulary, and it was impacting her confidence and opportunities. Carol decided to make a change. She began to swap out those limiting words with more empowering language, and it completely transformed her outlook on life. From embracing new challenges to feeling more connected with her community, Carol's experience is a powerful reminder that our words shape our reality. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 12 words you should stop saying if you're an older woman over 60, and how changing just a few key phrases can help you feel more confident, capable, and empowered. These simple adjustments in how you speak to yourself and others can lead to a life of greater joy and self-assurance. If you're ready for a transformation, hit that like button, subscribe for more empowering advice, and let's dive into the words that might be holding you back. Word 1, just. Example: I'm just a retired woman. You've likely heard or even said the phrase "I'm just a retired woman" or something similar. While it may seem innocent, this simple word is more powerful than you might think, and not in a good way. The word "just" is often used to downplay our achievements or abilities, as though we're minimizing our worth or contribution. When you use "just," you're subconsciously telling others and yourself that what you do isn't important or significant. For example, saying "I'm just a retired woman" may give the impression that your years of work, skills and experience somehow aren't as valuable. But here's the truth: retirement isn't the end of your journey. It's a new chapter where your knowledge and wisdom are needed more than ever. Instead of diminishing your role, flip the script and embrace the value you bring to the table. Why it's limiting? By saying "just," you're unconsciously reducing your self-worth and contribution. You may not realize it, but it signals that you don't see yourself as valuable or capable. It can also impact how others view you. If you downplay your experiences, others may start to do the same. Replacement. Instead of "just," try saying "I am a retired professional with years of experience." This shift in language reaffirms the skills and knowledge you've gained over the years, and emphasizes that retirement is simply a phase in your ongoing growth. Embrace the expertise you've developed throughout your life and recognize that it holds immense value. When Carol started using "just" to describe her life, she felt like her accomplishments were dismissed. She realized that this word held her back from embracing her full potential. Once she stopped using "just," she found new opportunities to share her wisdom with others, helping to mentor younger women in her community. It didn't take long for Carol to see how much of an impact she could still make, and how powerful a shift in language could be in her daily life. Word 2, sorry, when unnecessary. Example: sorry to bother you, we've all been there. You need something from someone, and the first thing you say is "sorry to bother you." While it may seem polite, this phrase often conveys a lack of confidence or a sense of unworthiness. It's as though we're apologizing for taking up someone's time or space, when in reality, we deserve to be heard, respected, and valued. Here's the thing: apologizing for no reason sends the message that you're not sure whether your needs or thoughts are important enough. It can make others feel like you lack confidence, which may cause them to dismiss your requests or ideas altogether. Over-apologizing might even become a habit, and you may find yourself downplaying your own voice. Why it's problematic? Saying sorry when it's unnecessary undermines your self-esteem and projects insecurity. You're telling others, unintentionally, that your presence isn't worthy of their time or attention. It also weakens your own position, making it harder to stand up for yourself or ask for what you need. Replacement. Instead of saying "sorry to bother you," try "excuse me, do you have a moment?" This is a polite and respectful way to request someone's time without belittling your own worth. It acknowledges that their time is valuable, but it doesn't position you as someone who should be apologizing for simply asking for their attention. When Carol noticed herself saying sorry constantly, she began to feel like her thoughts and needs didn't matter. She realized it wasn't about being polite, it was about projecting confidence in her communication. By simply replacing sorry with excuse me, Carol felt more empowered in her conversations. Whether she was asking for advice or offering her insights, she saw a shift in how others treated her as they began to recognize her presence as a valuable one. Word 3, can't. Example, I can't learn technology at my age. At some point, many of us have said something similar, especially when faced with a new challenge or task that feels daunting. I can't is one of the most limiting phrases you can use because it shuts down any potential for growth or exploration. The moment you say I can't, you're essentially telling yourself that something is impossible without even giving yourself the chance to try. As we get older, there's a tendency to think that certain things are beyond our ability, like learning new technology, trying a new hobby, or adapting to modern trends. But here's the truth. You're never too old to learn something new. Your brain is capable of incredible growth and adaptation, regardless of age. The key is to approach challenges with an open mind and a willingness to push through initial frustration or confusion. Why it's limiting? Saying I can't implies that you've already decided you are incapable, often before you've even given it a try. It shuts down opportunities and keeps you stuck in your comfort zone. When you limit yourself with this phrase, you deny yourself the chance to explore new things and expand your horizons. Replacement, instead of I can't, replace it with I'm learning to, or I'm working on. This subtle shift signals that you're not giving up, but you're in the process of developing a new skill. By framing it this way, you acknowledge that learning takes time, and that's okay. The focus is on progress, not perfection. When Carol first thought about getting comfortable with technology, she almost said, I can't learn this at my age. But then she paused and decided to try. With the help of online tutorials, she began learning the basics of using a tablet and social media. She even started a blog to share her experiences with others. It wasn't easy at first, but Carol kept telling herself, I'm learning, and it made all the difference. Now she's able to keep up with her grandchildren online and feels more connected than ever. Each of these words, just sorry and can't, has the power to limit your potential if you let them. But by replacing them with more empowering language, you can unlock new possibilities, boost your confidence, and approach life with a renewed sense of purpose. It's all about shifting your mindset and recognizing that you're capable, worthy, and full of potential, no matter your age. Have you used any of these words in your daily life? Word 4, old in a negative context. Example, I feel so old. It's common to hear people, especially as they age, express frustration with the word old. It's a word that, when used in a negative context, can feel like a heavy weight, as if you're past your prime and running out of time. But here's the thing. Feeling old doesn't mean you are old. It's a state of mind, and the words you use play a huge part in shaping that perspective. When you say, I feel so old, it reinforces the stereotype that aging equals decline. It carries a negative connotation that can make you feel limited or out of place. But the truth is, the older we get, the more wisdom and experience we accumulate. Age doesn't have to be a barrier, it can be an asset. Why it's disempowering? By constantly referring to yourself as old in a negative light, you reinforce the stereotype that getting older means you're no longer relevant or capable. This mindset can limit your potential and make it harder to embrace new opportunities. Replacement. Instead of saying, I feel so old, try saying, I feel seasoned and wise. This reframing highlights the value that comes with age, experience, perspective, and a wealth of knowledge. You're not just old in the negative sense, you're a seasoned individual who has lived a rich and fulfilling life, and there's so much more ahead. Carol used to say, I feel so old whenever she felt tired or frustrated. It made her feel defeated. But when she started using "I feel seasoned and wise," she began to notice a shift in how she viewed herself. She felt proud of her years of experience, and she was able to embrace new challenges with the confidence that comes from living a full life. She even began mentoring younger women, feeling empowered by her knowledge and the lessons she had learned along the way. Word 5, ugly. Example: I look ugly in this outfit. Many of us, as we age, struggle with changes in our appearance. It's natural to look in the mirror and wish certain things were different, but the word ugly is incredibly harmful to our self-esteem. When we label ourselves as ugly, we're not only criticizing our appearance, we're attacking our entire sense of worth. But here's the truth: no one is truly ugly. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and what's more important than external appearance is how we feel about ourselves. The way you see yourself affects how you carry yourself and how others perceive you. Using negative words like ugly sends the message that you don't value yourself, which can impact how you interact with the world, why it's harmful. Saying "I look ugly" when you don't feel great in an outfit or when you're struggling with self-image can damage your self-esteem and perpetuate negative self-talk. It emphasizes physical appearance as the only thing that matters, when in reality your beauty shines through in your confidence, kindness, and how you carry yourself. Replacement. Instead of saying "I look ugly," try saying "This outfit doesn't suit me, I'll try another." This shifts the focus away from self-criticism and instead highlights that clothing is simply about finding what makes you feel good. You are beautiful in countless ways, and it's about embracing what makes you feel confident, not perfect. Carol used to look at herself in the mirror and criticize her appearance, especially when she was trying on clothes. She often felt discouraged, thinking she didn't look as good as she once did. But one day, she caught herself saying "I look ugly" and realized how damaging that language was. She decided to stop focusing on the negative and instead began saying, "This outfit doesn't suit me, I'll try another." Over time, she found that her self-esteem improved as she started focusing on feeling good rather than fitting into a narrow standard of beauty. Word 6, never. Example: I'll never be able to do that. How often have you said "I'll never be able to do that"? Whether it's learning a new skill, trying a new activity, or pursuing a dream, this word can be a major roadblock. The word never closes the door on possibilities before you even give yourself a chance. When we use the word never, we limit ourselves and our growth. It's a way of accepting defeat before even trying. But the reality is, age doesn't define your ability to learn, grow, or try new things. You're never too old to explore new opportunities or take on challenges. Why? It's restrictive. Saying never can paralyze you with fear and self-doubt. It implies that there's no room for change or growth. It limits your perspective and stops you from seeing the endless possibilities that exist, no matter your age. Replacement. Instead of saying "I'll never be able to do that," try saying "I haven't tried that yet, but I'm open to it." This change in language opens the door to new experiences and growth. It acknowledges that you haven't reached the goal yet, but you're willing to take the first step. When Carol first considered trying new activities like learning how to use social media, she thought, "I'll never be able to do that." But once she shifted her thinking and began saying, "I haven't tried that yet, but I'm open to it," she found herself signing up for a course and learning how to navigate the digital world. Carol discovered that age didn't matter when it came to trying new things. It was all about having the right mindset. Do any of these words sound familiar to you? How have they affected your confidence? Share your thoughts in the comments. Word 7, better. An example might be, "She's better at this than I am." This word is common when comparing ourselves to others. Whether it's a skill, a talent, or an accomplishment, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking someone else is better at something. But what happens when we use the word better? We inadvertently fuel unnecessary competition and set up unrealistic expectations for ourselves. The idea that someone else is better than us implies that there's only one way to be successful, and if we're not at that level, we're failing. But here's the truth. No one is truly better than you at everything. Every person has their unique strengths and experiences, and comparing your journey to someone else's can be discouraging and demotivating. Why it's damaging? Using better can trigger feelings of inadequacy and a constant need to compete. It shifts the focus from personal growth and progress to a mindset of comparison, which only holds you back. It also contributes to the belief that there's only one standard of success, which is both limiting and misleading. Replacement. Instead of saying she's better at this than I am, try saying I'm improving my skills every day. This empowers you to focus on your personal growth without comparing yourself to others. Embrace the idea that every day is an opportunity for progress, no matter how small the steps may seem. Carol used to feel frustrated when she saw younger women or people who seemed more confident or skilled than her. She would think, she's better at this than I am. This only discouraged her and prevented her from taking action. But one day, Carol caught herself and replaced, she's better with I'm improving my skills every day. This shift in language made a world of difference. She realized that her value wasn't determined by comparisons, but by her own continuous improvement. Carol started feeling more confident and took the next step in improving her skills, which led to new opportunities and personal achievements. Word 8, should. An example might be, I should have done that differently. The word should is often used when reflecting on past actions or decisions. It's tied to guilt and regret. When we say, I should have done that differently, we're not just acknowledging a mistake. We're punishing ourselves for it. This type of thinking can create feelings of shame or failure, preventing us from moving forward. But the truth is, we cannot change the past. Dwelling on what we should have done only keeps us stuck in a cycle of regret, which hinders our ability to grow and learn from experiences. Why it's guilt-inducing? Saying should places the blame on ourselves, making us feel responsible for things we cannot change. It's a negative cycle that doesn't promote growth or solutions. Instead of helping us improve, it keeps us focused on the past, which can be emotionally draining and disempowering. Replacement. Instead of saying I should have done that differently, try saying next time, I'll do it this way. This shift focuses on the future, giving you the opportunity to learn from the past without staying trapped in it. It emphasizes progress over perfection and encourages a mindset of growth and resilience. Carol used to say, I should have done that differently when she thought about past decisions, especially when it came to raising her children or making career choices. This mindset would often leave her feeling guilty and regretful. But after learning to shift her language, she replaced should with next time, I'll do it this way. She realized that mistakes weren't failures, they were opportunities to learn. This change in language helped her feel more empowered to make better decisions moving forward and stopped her from holding herself back with guilt. Have you ever caught yourself using these words? How did it affect your mindset? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Word 9, whatever. An example might be whatever, it doesn't matter. The word whatever is often used as a way to disengage or avoid conflict, but it can have a much deeper effect on how we communicate. When we say whatever, it can come across as dismissive, signaling that we don't care about the outcome or the conversation. While this might feel like a simple way to avoid confrontation, it actually weakens our connections with others and prevents us from engaging in meaningful dialogue. At any stage of life, especially after 60, expressing your thoughts and feelings is an important part of maintaining strong, respectful relationships. Using whatever too often can signal that you're shutting down or refusing to acknowledge your own needs or desires. This behavior not only limits communication, but can also affect how others perceive your level of engagement and care. Why it's dismissive? Saying whatever tends to dismiss both your own perspective and the importance of the situation. It can cause the person you're speaking with to feel unheard or unimportant, which can weaken relationships. The word also conveys a lack of emotional investment, suggesting that things don't matter as much as they actually might. Replacement. Instead of saying whatever, try saying let's discuss what matters most. This shows that you are open to communication and are willing to engage in a thoughtful conversation. You're expressing a willingness to explore the issue at hand rather than brushing it aside. This creates a more constructive and respectful environment, making it easier to come to solutions or understand each other better. Carol used to say whatever when her children or friends tried to discuss issues that made her uncomfortable. It was her way of avoiding conflict or difficult conversations, but she soon realized it left her feeling isolated and unheard. Once Carol started saying, "Let's discuss what matters most," she found that her relationships grew stronger. People started respecting her opinions more, and she learned how to communicate more effectively without feeling defensive or dismissive. It empowered her to have deeper, more meaningful conversations. Word 10 fine when used to avoid expression. Example, "I'm fine, don't worry." The word fine is often used as a quick response when we don't want to share how we're truly feeling. It's a way of saying, "I don't want to talk about it," or "I'm managing," even if we're struggling. While it may seem like a harmless way to avoid burdening others, using fine can actually prevent us from being emotionally open and receiving the support we need. For older women, especially after 60, it's vital to express emotions genuinely. Bottling up feelings or saying "I'm fine" when you're not can lead to emotional isolation and missed opportunities for support. By avoiding genuine expression, we may also miss out on the healing power of honest communication and vulnerability. Why? It's limiting. When we say "I'm fine," but we're not, it stops us from fully acknowledging and processing our emotions. It can lead to feelings of isolation and frustration because, by pretending everything is okay, we don't give ourselves the space to fully feel or express our true emotions. This avoidance can limit personal growth and hinder emotional well-being. Replacement. Instead of saying "I'm fine," try saying "I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed, but I'll get through it." This not only acknowledges how you feel, but also opens the door for deeper conversation. It allows you to express vulnerability, which can strengthen relationships and create a space for emotional support. It also demonstrates resilience, showing that even though you're feeling overwhelmed, you're capable of handling the situation. Carol had a tendency to say "I'm fine" when her family asked how she was doing, even though she was feeling stressed and worn out. She didn't want to worry anyone, but it left her feeling emotionally distant and unsupported. One day she decided to try saying, "I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed, but I'll get through it." To her surprise, her family responded with empathy and offered help. Carol realized that being honest about her emotions didn't make her weak. It made her more connected and gave her the support she needed. Do you ever find yourself using whatever or fine to avoid sharing your true feelings? Word 11, done, when referring to personal growth. Example, "I'm done with learning new things." The word "done" can have a finality to it, signaling that we believe we've reached the limit of what we're capable of learning or achieving. It suggests that we've exhausted our potential and that there's nothing more to explore. When used in reference to personal growth, saying "I'm done" can be incredibly harmful because it implies that we are no longer open to improvement or self-discovery. For older women, especially after 60, this type of thinking can prevent us from embracing new opportunities, skills, or passions. The idea of being done is a mindset that can limit us to past accomplishments, rather than allowing us to continuously grow, learn, and evolve. The truth is, we're never done with learning or growing. And that's what keeps life exciting and fulfilling, no matter our age. Why it's harmful? When we say "I'm done," we close the door to new experiences and personal growth. We stop seeing ourselves as capable of evolving, which leads to stagnation and missed opportunities. Believing that we're done with learning or trying new things also undermines our confidence and prevents us from seeking out the joy that comes with personal growth. Replacement. Instead of saying "I'm done with learning new things," try saying "I'm always evolving." This reframes your mindset, making it clear that you are open to change, growth, and new experiences. This mindset fosters curiosity and resilience, allowing you to keep learning, improving, and embracing challenges at every stage of life. Carol once found herself thinking she was done with learning new things. She had raised her children, retired from her career, and figured she had nothing left to explore. But after reading a book about lifelong learning, Carol began to change her perspective. She replaced "I'm done with, I'm always evolving." And soon she found herself exploring new hobbies, learning to use technology, and even taking up a new fitness routine. Carol realized that as long as she stayed open to new experiences, she would never run out of ways to grow. Word 12. Too late. Example. It's too late for me to start that now. The phrase "too late" can be one of the most disheartening phrases, especially when it comes to starting something new or pursuing a long-held dream. When we say it's too late, we're essentially giving up on ourselves before even trying. This mindset kills hope and prevents us from taking action on the things that could bring joy, fulfillment, and growth. In the context of older women, too late can be a barrier to pursuing new goals, picking up a hobby, starting a business, or even taking on new challenges that bring meaning to life. But the truth is, it's never too late to start something new. We all have the power to begin at any age, and taking that first step can lead to incredible transformation. Why it's disheartening. Saying too late implies that time has run out, which robs you of hope and opportunity. It discourages you from trying, which can prevent you from experiencing new joys and accomplishments. This phrase holds you back from exploring your full potential and reaching for the dreams that are still within your grasp. Replacement. Instead of saying "it's too late for me to start that now," try saying "now is the perfect time to begin." This perspective helps you reframe your thinking, focusing on the present moment and the opportunities it holds. It encourages you to take action, no matter your age, and to pursue new goals with excitement and determination. At 65, Carol once thought it was too late to learn how to play the piano. She'd always loved music, but never had the time or confidence to pursue it. One day, Carol decided to replace "it's too late" with "now is the perfect time to begin." She signed up for piano lessons, and within a few months she was playing simple songs. The joy she felt from learning something new was beyond anything she'd expected, and Carol realized that it was never too late to start something she was passionate about. Have you ever told yourself "I'm done" or "it's too late"? How do you think changing these thoughts could impact your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. These words may seem small, but they have a big impact. By choosing empowering language, you can redefine your story after 60. Words shape the way we see ourselves and the way the world sees us. By replacing limiting words with more positive, action-oriented language, we open the door to new possibilities, greater confidence, and a more vibrant life. Remember, what you say influences how you feel, and how you feel shapes your actions. Carol replaced these words in her life, and now she feels more confident and inspired than ever. Instead of saying "I'm done," she embraced "I'm always evolving." And instead of thinking "it's too late," she discovered that now is the perfect time to begin. By choosing empowering language, Carol transformed her mindset, reignited her passions, and started living a more fulfilling life. You can do the same. It's never too late to change the way you talk to yourself, and in doing so, you'll unlock your true potential. Which word are you most excited to stop using? Share in the comments and let us know how you plan to change your language to transform your life. If you found this helpful, share it with a friend who could use a little boost, and don't forget to subscribe for more advice tailored just for you. Let's continue this journey of empowerment together, because it's never too late to live your best life.